What's going on, guys? Chaseontwowheels here, and then today I wanted to kind of do a 1.5 year review of my Rustolium Rocksolid flooring and kill that feather. But about 1.5 years ago, I put on Rustolium's garage flooring solution stuff in my garage here. Now, recently, my buddies and I all moved out to my new house. I got a new garage, new situation going on. But I did want to let you guys know how the flooring held up for 1.5 years. For you guys that aren't familiar with the channel, we take wreck bikes, turn them into dream bikes, and we give them away. And I'm sure a lot of you guys understand that when you're in the middle of like a bike build or a car doing work on it, you don't have time to be delicate with your floor. And trust me, none of the guys in my garage gave an absolute shit about the floor. We had wrenches and pliers just thrown all over the place. Exhausts were falling onto the ground. Like, we did not treat this flooring nice at all because, like, we ain't got time for that. We're trying to rebuild motorcycles and give them away and stuff like that. So I wanted to kind of do a review, kind of look over the floor now that we've got everything moved out, so that way you guys can know, like, how's this stuff hold up, you know, long term or 1.5 years long term. So let's check it out. So you guys can probably see, wow, there is such a terrible echo in here with nothing in here. So you guys can probably see behind me, and I'll cut in some shots here, the flooring has held up really well. And honestly, for 1.5 years, I didn't expect the floor to still have that sheen and shine, but I'm pretty sure I could clean this stuff up and get some of that shine back. So it's pretty impressive that it stayed out. Now, granted, there are tons of scratches all over the place, but from what I've noticed over the 1.5 years that I had the floor, if there was a scratch, I could literally get a rag and like wipe it and the scratch would come up. So I've been pretty impressed with it so far. And like I told you guys, we're not treating this floor nice at all, especially the areas where, like, underneath the bench tops and stuff like that, the floor looks pristine. It looks like it hasn't even changed at all. The two main areas that I really noticed stuff, other than like the little scratches, are the big pulled kind of area in the middle, and I think I understand what that was. So behind me, you guys can probably see this little area right here. What that is, I think it's like grease or oil that came out of our motorcycle lift. That's where we had the lift, and in between moving houses, we actually had to keep the lift here for a while, and it ended up leaking, and those oils and chemicals stayed on the ground for like literally weeks. So I think that's the only reason there's that weird kind of, I don't know, glossy spot in the floor. And it is very slippery. So now that I went and walked on that stuff, I'm honestly thinking it's literally just the oil on top. I'm very curious if I clean this stuff up. I'm not going to because I ain't got time to do that. We got a ton of other shit to deal with at the other house. But I'm relatively certain if I clean this place up, a lot of these scratches would just go away. I did notice something else though. So I walked over this entire garage and I can only find one place where there's actual chipping, because I feel like chipping is the main problem, because when you have a chip, then you have the actual concrete exposed underneath. I don't think any of us care about scratches or any of us care about like an oil mark. We actually care about chipping, and it looks like we do have a chip right, ooh, we do have a chip right there. So this area would kind of be where we would sit motorcycles, like the motorcycle would sit over on its kickstand. So there is one little chip here and a chip here, and as you guys can see, it peels up a little bit of it. Like I said, though, this is after 1.5 years of like treating this floor like garbage. So one little chipped area to me is really not that bad, because if I was going to be here for long term, what I would do is just like sand that little area, put another coat of that stuff on, and, you know, fill any other areas in that I want. But overall, gotta say, pretty impressed with the product. If you guys don't know, I am going to end up using it again in my future garage, which I plan on being there for like a decade. So if that tells you anything, you know, I was really happy with this and how it turned out. I don't care about scratching, and it holds up look-wise, you know, especially if you kept it clean, it'd look a lot better. So yeah, if I was to give it a 1 to 10 after 1.5 years, I would give this stuff a solid like 8. You know, it still looks good. I could mop it or clean it with some type of solution, and I'm sure it would look a lot better. It has only chipped a little bit, and we have been, actually it's been more like 2 years now that we've done stuff in here. We've done some major work on motorcycles in this garage, and for this floor to hold up that well for all the shit we've put it through, I'm pretty happy with it. So like I said, you guys, in the next few videos, we're gonna be putting them like right after one another. I'm gonna be doing this flooring on my new garage. So that's kind of the biggest tell-all, right? If I'm gonna use it again in the next garage, it's gotta be pretty decent. So I do recommend this stuff. If you guys have any questions about it, let me know in the comments and I'll try to get to them. I made a video of putting this flooring on and it went super popular. So hopefully this will help you guys like decide, do you want to go to Rustolium or do you want to do something like a Swiss Trax flooring? There's a lot of flooring options for garages. I personally think that this stuff, this Rustolium Rocksolid, is probably one of the best things out there, at least in my personal opinion. So anyways, guys, I'm Chaseontwowheels. If you guys like motorcycle content, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We build them, give them away, do reviews on them, do all kinds of stuff. So we would love to have you as part of everything. I'll leave links for stuff for you guys to check out in the description down below. But anyways, this video helped you out. Make sure to hit that like button, and I'm gonna go because I got a whole other garage I gotta put together now. So yeah, bye.